Yo, what up YouTube? Welcome back to some more Gibraltar tips. Now, this tip video is simply going to be focusing on his alt. A lot of people normally struggle with not knowing exactly what to use his alt for. They normally just throw it at third parties, and that's honestly a good reason. But when you start climbing those leaderboards, you want to use your alt in different ways. And if you're struggling with not knowing really when to throw your alt, this video will show you just a few ways of how to use your alt in good situations. Now, the last three videos are absolute bangers, so I highly recommend staying to the very last few. And the very last one is probably a perfect situation that everyone hopes they get. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully you guys learn a few things about his alt. Guys, this first alt usage is simply forcing the enemy to go where you want them to. And the way to do that is simply cut off their exit routes. So as I run down the hill, go to the staircase, I throw my alt on the right side of the staircase. I don't throw it right on top of them. I want to throw it on the right side to cut off this whole area. I do not want them escaping this way to force them inside this little building, which this little building, they're going to get absolutely screwed because there's an opening right here at the staircase. There's a window, the back opening out there, go down the ramp, and these two fences that you can look down through. And that's like the main damage right here with my alt. So I throw my arc star on the left side because, again, I want to force them in this little area where my alt can still come down because it can go through the little fences up there. And right there, you can see my alt's actually going to hit him right here. And the Newcastle is rotating late. When a Gibby alt comes down, you cannot be late on rotating out of it. You have to rotate out of it right away. Do not rotate into it late like this guy did. Because as soon as you get trapped in Gibby's alt, you're pretty much screwed. So you have to react right away. And a slip up can easily cost a team very badly, especially with how much damage Gibby's alt does. So again, alt comes down right on top of them. They both got hit pretty hard. Newcastle got hit as well. Again, with all these openings, they're just traps, and this is a free win for my team. Because I was able to catch an angle right there. You can actually climb up this if y'all didn't know. 964, 54, a no reg because teammate knocked him. And at this point, I trust my teammate can finish this fight. You know, the guy, I know the guy's really weak. Just in case a third party's coming, I am immediately resing teammate as fast as I possibly can. And if teammate loses that 1v1 with the guy being low health, I can easily just climb back up and finish it off. No big deal. So that was the first alt. Hopefully that helps. And that was just a good bubble res right there, just to hurry up. I knew the fight was over with. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Alright, now this alt is a third party alt, but it forces both the teams to separate and one team to be absolutely screwed. So my alt does is I'm throwing it right over here in this direction, and it forces this team that's on the hill shoot that team on top of the building. It forces the team on the hill off completely, so now we don't have to worry about it. We can take this fight with ease without to get hit by anybody else. We can have this 3-on-3 with an advantage because now they're not on the rooftop. They're forced inside the building where we can catch angles from anywhere. And that's what you want. You want to force people inside buildings a lot of the times. So Seer goes down. And I'm not getting any more hits. The other team that was on this building, they're not going to jump down with the other team. That's going to be dumb on their part. The best thing for them to do is hurry up and get inside the building. And that's when you can make your plays, especially as Gibbies. We're going to be running PK. 91. Nice 91 on Horizon, 47 on Horizon knocked, 99 on Bloodhound, and we cleaned it up. And there's no other audio. That other team was forced down in this little building to heal completely. The alt forced them out, and it forced us to, like, it forced this team inside so we can have a fair 3-on-3, if you want to call it fair, imagine. But we're able to get free KP without having to worry about the other team, just clean up, and now we have the high ground. So that was what the alt was. It forced the one team away and forced this team inside for an easy cleanup, and that's what you have to do sometimes, and it's honestly really free, and that's a good use of his alt. Alright, now this alt is not the craziest thing in the world, but it helps out your team so much. And you're going to find yourself in these situations where your teammate goes down. Luckily, I was able to get a trade off immediately. And now what this alt's going to do is it's going to thirst that knock guy. That's a good reason to use your alt, is to go ahead and thirst the knock guy so the enemies can't get them up. They can't get their teammate up. But this alt, what this does is it forces the Loba's teammates to not be able to push. I'm able to res my teammate for free. As y'all see, I don't have bubble. If you do have bubble, I would recommend bubbling right here, even if the, like, your alt's come down on you. It doesn't really matter because you're in bub, and you can rest faster. But since I don't have bubble, I'm gonna go ahead and melee him out of my alt because I don't want to get pooped on by it. And that's just a good use for it. So if your teammate ever gets knocked, make sure you throw your alt between you and the enemy. Make sure you throw it a little bit in front of you. You want it kind of closer on your side so they can't just fully end on top of you. And res your boy. And this right here, what I do next is kind of like a heads up play. Just make sure we don't get third party. Just watch behind us as I heal, as my Horizon heals fully. But yeah, if you ever get in a situation, which these situations happen a lot, where your teammate goes down, your boy goes down, whatever it is, throw your ult to make sure you can get that res up 100%. Because a lot of times you don't find good uses for your ult. You just hold your ult for like 5 minutes. So if you have to use your ult to res your friend, go ahead and do so. It's a great ult usage and you're not wasting it. And it's not really their fault either. This is a good usage in general. All right, now this ult right here has multiple uses, and the main one was to split up the enemy team. So as soon as I saw Pathfinder flying like a young lord, I immediately know I need to hurry, pull out my ult, throw it right on top of my teammates. Now, the reason why I throw it right on top of my teammates is they're getting absolutely just poopied on. GG's only to them. So by me throwing my ult on them, they're able to escape, and it forces the Pathfinder to stay out of my ult, and the other two to scramble. There's a Seer and a Horizon. Ult goes down. Pathfinder gets absolutely broken. GG's only. Pathfinder is forced to go back into my ult because he's trying to hurry to get to his teammates because he got broke. Boy goes down. Horizon flies through the air. I didn't even know she was in the air until she landed on me. But Horizon's pushing by herself. The reason why she's pushed by herself is Seer ran away. So I split up the entire team. Pathfinder was off to the right by himself. Seer got scared, ran underneath the building, while Horizon went ahead and hit her Q. So all three of them got split from that one ult. And that is a good ult usage, is throw her on top of Sue while that one's away and see what happens. They scatter. So we're able to single out this Horizon. Teammate was able to help me out with her. And if they're the Horizon with the Seer, we would have died. But my ult separated everybody. So that's why we stayed alive in this fight right here. You know, just Gibby things. Being up with no HP. Taking a bat. And this is like a little side note. Whenever you take a res in the bub, make sure you're resing on the edge. Not how I am. You want to be a little bit more inside. But the reason why you want to be on the edge and not the middle is because if you're on the middle, someone rushes you, you have to hurry, get off your teammate, and run to the middle, or run to the edge, I should say. And it could be too late. You want to hurry to get to the edge as soon as possible. Best way to do that is already be there. So make sure you're resing on the edge. Just a little side tip. But yeah, that was a good ult. Making sure you separate the team. And I made all three of them scatter from each other, and they're all separated. And that's what you want. So that was a good ult. I know this ult is very simple and just very straightforward. Is forcing people off of height. You don't want people to have height because they have a huge advantage. You want to have that height for yourself. So teammate's up there with one of them. Another one goes up. I throw ult down. Teammate went into 1v2. Teammate's able to escape from that. And the team that had a high ground had to escape. And that's my time to go up. And as Gibbies, you start to learn, you know, just how to easily avoid your ult. You can see it coming down the entire time. Like, you can see exactly where, like, little circles are, and you know how to avoid it. So coming down, I know I have enough time to hurry up and get to that point since I saw him. I climb up, avoid the two behind me. I'm able to slide jump and get high ground. And that's just a good ult. And, you know, it's not the craziest thing. I didn't do any damage, but I forced two people that had height against my teammate off completely, and now we have height to look down at them. Nothing else happened in this fight. They just stayed down there forever, and we just held height. So nothing else interesting, but I was able to hold height, and they didn't have height from us, and we had a good position because of that. All right, this is the third to last video. This is a banger, and just like the very first video I showed you guys, I'm forcing them to go where I want them to, but it's us pretty much pushing forward with the ult. Just kind of push forward with the bubble, you throw bubble forward, push into it. Do the same thing with the ult. I didn't want them to be on height. I want to be able to take height from them and easily push this building without taking any damage or wasting my bubble. I want to be able to use bubble in the fight. Best way to do that was throw ult, force them inside, get them off the roof. I was able to take roof, bubble right here. They took a 2v2, I took a 1v1. And again, this bubble right here saved me. By the way, as a quick little side note, whenever you're healing, jump forward into them. So like they kind of get body blocks, they can't enter the bubble. Or as soon as they come inside, just jump outside as you're healing. Or like fake go outside and stay inside. To finish off the bat. But I was able to save bubble for this right here. And that's a lot of times what your ult does. Your ult and your bubble do this pretty much the same thing, except for, of course, your ult does damage. But like you use them a lot like for the same thing, like forward pushing with the ult, you do the same thing with the bubble. But when I use the ult in this situation, I was able to save bubble for the actual fight. And that's the bread and butter for Gibbies, is being able to fight in the bubble. So I was able to take that 1v1. I had a little disadvantage because, you know, I was hurt really bad. And we got a free little nice 3-on-3 clutch out of it, you know. So push fights, with the alt, force them off their height so you can either take height or, you know, just so you can push up for free without taking any damage. So that was a good alt. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Hopefully it helps in future situations, especially for stuff like that. When you want to take a push, they have height, just throw it right on top of them and just push right away. Your teammates can push before you can, of course, because they might get stunned, but they're not going to get hurt by it. So your teammates can immediately take height while you're starting to take height. All right, guys, second to last one, and this is what you want to save your alt for. When you get to this point, this is when you actually save your alt. You know, all the other videos I showed you guys before this one, there was just good situations before you get to the end game. When you get to the end game, you want to save your alt for the final zone. You have to save your alt. Now, if you have to use it, use it. But if you can, you want to save it for moments like this. Now, this first thing is just how you counter Watson teams. You're going to find a lot of Watsons on KC. Watson's starting to get a little more popular character. She's a really good legend. But you want to throw your alt before you destroy it. You don't want to destroy pylon. Like, don't be like, yo, guys, destroy the pylon, then I can throw my alt. You don't want to do that. The reason why you want to throw your alt first, so alt comes down, destroyed pylon, starts to come down right here, and start hitting them. Now, the reason why I did it first is because if you destroy the pylon first and then you throw your alt, she has enough time to take an alt excel to get another pylon down right as your alt's coming down. So you want to throw your alt first, give them hope, and then destroy their dreams by destroying their pylon. GG's only. Right here, I keep moving back and forth to get ready to push. As soon as I saw big numbers come down, I was going to push off of it. And we just have height, and we're just going to bully from now on. So that's just a good use. You want to use it for endgame. That's when Gibraltar's absolutely just the best. You know, this Newcastle team, GG's. Newcastle might be, you know, better at rezzing, but, you know, you can't compete against Gibraltar's alt. Simple. And I've been running this combo a lot. I recommend it to any Gibraltar player. Longbow PK, G7 PK. Make sure you use an extremely long range with extremely close range because you want those bubble fights. So that's a good combo. Just a little side note. So hopefully that helps. Again, when you get to that end zone, you want to save your alt. All right, guys. Last but not least, the final alt usage right here. Again, another final zone. This is a good use. You want to use it for late game final zone. Always keep an eye about what cover they have. When they have no cover, it's absolutely perfect. Both teams were fighting each other. Good third party situation. Good final alt usage. Newcastle team, you know, this wasn't going to protect them. Back there wasn't going. That tree didn't protect them. Nothing can protect people from alt at the final zone. And alt can go crazy, especially now in season 14 where no one's really playing Gibby. This is why you have to play Gibby. If there's a Gibby on the other team, they at least get a bubble. Right now, there's no Gibbies. It's just Newcastles. So alts are literally free for end zone. That's 2 in a row that I showed you guys where the alt went absolutely crazy and Newcastle teams cannot do anything about it. So if you're thinking about running Newcastle over Gibby, this is a good thing. If it's Newcastle, you know, you're just out there having a gunfight the entire time. Gibby versus Newcastle, you can throw their alt and they're pretty much dead. So a good final alt right there. Absolutely fun. And yeah, there's a good alt usage. Again, save your alt when it gets to this point in the final zone. And it's absolutely going to do wonders. Yo, hopefully you guys enjoyed the YouTube video. I appreciate all the love and support you guys give. The last video hit, I think 2.5k views the first 2 days. And that's absolutely huge, especially for me being a bot lord, not posting as much as I do. So again, I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the feedback y'all give. In this video in particular, let me know what helped you guys out the most. And also in the comments below, tell me your best alt situation you ever had, like how much damage you did with it, or like how many people you got knocked with it. Because the alt can be really fun, especially like the last video I just showed you guys. Situations like that, it's extremely funny. So let me know in the comments below. And again, I appreciate all the support y'all give, and more videos coming out shortly. Can't wait to see you guys then, and peace.